Hello and welcome to the new Power BI tutorial video, and in this video I want to show you how you can get the start date of the year, quarter and month based on the selected date. For example, 3rd November is selected, right? So start date of the year 1st January 2021. Based on this, start date of the month, this start date of the quarter, this one, right? So this is very helpful in doing some calculations like month to date, quarter to date, year to date. I mean, you have the direct formulas, but if you're running into those tricky scenarios where you need to find it out and you need to perform some operations, then you should know how to do that, right? So that's what I will going to show you. And just a quick information before I go in depth into the video is about a few things which I maintain, like I'm maintaining this date scenarios workbook, right, in which I'm creating these scenarios. I have a lot of these formulas. So this is the 5th scenario and I'm having these calculations, right? So if this is a workbook that you need, then instruction is present in the description. Along with this, if you want to follow it along with me with this data set, which is the orders data set, let me show you. So based on the link that I have given in the description, you will come over here in my dataset folder. In my dataset folder, what you will going to find is this dataset sheet. Here I am maintaining now all of my dataset, and mostly I use this dataset. Rest of that I have used in different types of dashboards, but this is the one which is being used over here. So you can go ahead and download this from the row number 19. Along with this information about this particular workbook or the Google Sheet where I am keeping all of my videos. So this instructions for this, how to get this sheet, is also present in the description. What you can do is you can easily search any of my videos. As you can see, 300 plus videos that I have posted, and the link is present over here. That way searching of the video is very easy. With that, let's get back. Alright, with that information, here I am in the blank workbook where I have imported the orders table. Don't worry about this dynamic data. I was using it for a different checking and all. So orders data set is something which I have brought in, and to basically get that information, the first quarter, the first year and all, what we basically need is basically a date selection or the selected date value, right? So what are we going to create is a slicer, right? And in this slicer, what we need is the order date, and but what we need is one date for that. Right now it is producing 2 dates. Okay, so over here I'll just go and in the slicer setting I choose the drop down and I select any date, right? Let's say I select with 7th March, right? 7th March 2018 is what I'm selecting, right? It can be any date which we want. And then what I'm going to do is create a new measure, and this measure will basically help me get the start of the year. First date of the year is equals to, we will going to create a variable underscore selected date. Just a way, underscore is just a way I create variable, just so that I know that it is a variable. There is nothing special or tricky about it. So selected value is the function to get the value of the order date, right? So I get the order date over here and I close it, right? And what I'm going to return over here is the date. Okay, and we will going to have the year of what, underscore selected date, comma 1. What it has is basically, if you see, this date function is need to have year, month and date. So that is what we are supplying. Again, if I show you, comma year, month, day, so 1, 1, and we are done, right? So what it should give us over here, oh, it's created over here, but that's okay. 1/1/2018, right? So if I just change it to this one, so 1st January 2018. Now if I can go and let's say select something over here, 16 September, still date will be same, right? And if I go and select something 23rd February, if I go select something in 2020, yep, because that's how it is for you got that idea, right? So that is about how you can create the year part of this, as to how you can get this. The second is how you can get the month information. Well, I will just modify this calculation, right? Rather than saying 1 over here, we will say month of latest underscore selected date, not the latest date. So if I do that, it will going to give me 1st March 2020. So we are in 29th March 2020. I select second. Now it is giving me this, right? If I come down a lot, let's say 17th May, it will give me the 1st May. That way I can do whatever calculation I want from 1st May to 17th May and get the desired output, right? So this is why this is pretty interesting and neat in terms of how we are doing this. So that we have checked the first quarter, the first basically year, first date of the year, first date of the month. And now let's just check, let's just do the first date of the quarter, which is slightly tricky. So be with me, okay? So what do we have over here is the same calculation, right? I'm just going to modify this one. So what do we have is the selected date over here for year, month is this, and we have to do some changes over here in month, right? So we will going to say this month will going to be divide by 3 to get the quarter information, right? So for example, if month is, let's say March, 3 divided by 3 will give us what? 1, right? And then we have to, if it is June, May, June, July, it should give 2, but then the decimal value will come. So what we need is the round up function. That means round on the upper side. So this is the number, right? And we want 0 digit to be there. Okay, so what it will going to do is round up by that. So for first one, it will say 1. But for second one, what we need to do is we will have to multiply it by 3 to get the desired output as we are moving on to the next ones. And -2 in that case, this basically helps us, or this entire calculation basically helps us make sure that we always get the relevant quarter that we need. First of all, let me show you and then do a little bit more explanation so that you know it clearly. So 17th May is giving you the 1st April 2019, right? This is based on the 17th May is the second quarter, right? And in the second quarter, what it is doing is, if you will see that month calculation over here, right? So divide by 3 is basically going to give us a decimal value. So this will give us the selected date is 5 divided by 3 is basically going to give us 1.6. If you are rounding it up, it will give us 2. 2 multiplied with 3 is going to give us 6, minus 2 is 4. 4 is nothing but April, right? So what we are saying is 1st April 2016, and this formula works best. You can further decode it and do all the mathematics as around it. 17th August, 1st of July, right? So this will going to work fine, this formula, just this particular piece. This is nothing but a mathematics around it. What if you want to further decode it, first thing first, what you should do is you should write this formula. Let me do it for you. How I will basically going to do it if I just comment this out. Okay, so first thing first, let's do this. Control C, Control V, and enter. So what it is giving us is 8, right? Selected month is 8, and then what I'm going to do is divide by 3. What it will going to give me is 3. If I simply do round up and comma 0, what it will going to give me over here is this, right? And then multiply with 3. Multiply with 3. What it will going to give me is 9, right? And then minus 2 is what it will going to give me is July, right? So that's how I am getting it. That's how this formula is working. So this is a breakup, or how you should understand why this formula is working. Sorry. So I hope you enjoyed this video and you are able to get the quarter as per your desire. And now I'll meet you in the next video with the topic.